kind of a time to take a breath and center back in with everything that's been going on lately. So hopefully this helps you, as it helps me get in touch and go to that indwelling of the one and work through things that have shown up in my life. So I welcome you here, and I hope you check out our Facebook page for Center for Spiritual Living White Rock, and I hope you also check out our website as well, where Reverend Cassandra is going to be offering some upcoming courses. So that's exciting. They're starting out. You can join up for one, or she has it's a series of 6, but you can just do one as a one-off, or you can do all 6, which is great. So, but today I wanted to talk a little bit about stress and stress relief, and especially as this time is going through where I'd say we're feeling stressful, but you know what? The truth is I'm feeling stressful, and I'm having sometimes the emotional roller coaster up and down of this going on and that going on. And we had an interesting experience this week where my daughter got sick. And even though she's older, 25, I was still really concerned. And I got really into that fear-based place of, oh my goodness, does she have COVID? Does she not? What is it? How did we get this? And we've been doing so much. We've been washing our hands, washing our groceries. How does this even happen that now she's sick? So I was feeling, the one day I was the upset and the sadness that my daughter is suffering. And then the next, it was the anger and the frustration that we've been doing everything right. How come this is still happening to us? And then it was the fear, oh my goodness, does she have COVID? Doesn't she? So took her to one of the testing centers. Painful, unfortunately, experience for her, but she was able to get the test done within 20 minutes, and we got the results. And luckily, everything is good. Negative results. So, and then today, the feeling of being so elated that, okay, phew, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do that. It's all good. And I know that it is all good at all times anyways, and yet it's easy sometimes to forget that. So today I was looking at some of my Science of Mind cards, and I pulled out, faith is ever the light. So when we become conscious of darkness only when we are without faith. For faith is ever the light of our day and the light of our way. We become conscious of darkness only when we are without faith. For faith is ever the light of our day and the light of our way. Just beautiful. And so I don't want to keep chattering away here. Let's take our breath and let's get centered and take a moment to dive within and into our faith, and know the peace and calm amongst the stress, and know that we can take these 15 minutes and be here together as we breathe. So I invite you to breathe in and out. Breathe it in again and let it out. And settle into your chair, settle into wherever you are, and just keep your eyes in soft gaze, be aware of your surroundings, and just ground yourself. Know that your feet are firmly on the ground, or maybe it's your bottom if you're sitting cross-legged on a cushion. Feel your spine up straight and your head lifting towards the sky. And feel that breath in and out. And know that breath of life. And know that you're centered and connected through Mother Earth and Father Sky. That we are here as a human experiencing the joining of the two. So as we breathe in and out, I'd like to take a moment to read about when things fall apart again. I'm in chapter 3, I believe, and Relax as It Is by Pema Chodron. She says, once we know the instruction, we can put it into practice. Then it's up to us what happens next. Ultimately, it comes down to the question of just how willing we are to lighten up, loosen our grip. How honest do we want to be with ourselves? How honest do we want to be about how we're feeling in this moment, in this time? Are we stressed, or are we just telling everybody everything is fine? Take a breath and answer that question for yourself. Is there more that you can share with others? Is there more you can share with yourself? Taking this time to slow down and self-care. Pema Chodron talks about she did a training with Rinpoche, Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche, and he was having his students pay attention to your out-breath. So breathe in and then just focus lightly on your out-breath. Let's keep breathing, but put very light attention on the out-breath. In and out. And know that this out-breath is as close as one can come to simply resting the mind in its natural open state and still have an object to which return. So focusing on your out-breath. When we focus on our out-breath, we're encouraged to relax more completely and be aware of our environment and appreciate the world that is around us and the ordinary truth that takes place in every moment. In and out. And this breath is ungraspable and yet continuously arising. When you breathe in, it's like a pause or a gap. There's nothing particular to do except for wait for the next out breath. You're breathing. Take the time and just notice the pause. In, pause, out. Touch the out breath and let it go. Be one with the breath as it relaxes outward. If you notice thoughts coming into your mind, just say, oh, thinking, and focus back on the breath. Saying thinking is a very interesting point in meditation. It's a point where we can consciously train in gentleness and develop a non-judgmental attitude. The word for loving kindness in Sanskrit is Maitri. Maitri is also translated as unconditional friendliness. So each time you say to yourself, thinking, as you notice a thought, know that you are cultivating that unconditional friendliness towards whatever arises in your mind. Since this kind of unconditional compassion is difficult to come by, the simple and direct method for awakening it is exceedingly precious. Thoughts go through our mind all the time, and when we sit, we're providing a lot of space for all of them to arise. Our thoughts are like clouds in a big sky or waves in a vast sea. All our thoughts are given the space to appear. If one hangs on and sweeps us away, whether we call it pleasant or unpleasant, the instruction is back to just label it thinking and let it dissolve back into the big sky. And the clouds and the waves immediately return. We just acknowledge them again and again with unconditional friendliness, labeling them just thinking. As we meditate today, just reminding ourselves, it's always helpful to remind ourselves that meditation is about opening and relaxing with whatever arises, without picking and choosing. It's definitely not meant to repress anything, and it's not encouraging grasping either. Just be surprised with whatever comes. Just allow. Let's take a moment and breathe together. Ernest Holmes says, we should daily feel a deeper union with life, a greater sense of that indwelling God, the God of the seen and the unseen within us. So know when we're in that moment of stress and panic and worry, we can turn in, focus on our out-breath, and know all is well. It is good. All is good. So as we sit in this space, I'd like to finish off with an affirmative prayer. So I speak these words to anyone who needs to hear them, and I speak these words for myself. This is what I know. I know there is one life, one love, one divine presence that is everlasting. It is the grass, it is the wind, it is the sky, it is the seas. It is each person. We are all connected. I know that I am one with this one universal mind, this ebb and flow of life. I'm riding this roller coaster of life as I am spirit having a human experience. So in this moment, this is what I know, and I claim the joy and the peace and the calm. And I relax into this. I let go of my judgments. I let go of my complaining. I let go of my gossiping. I just let it all go. And I forgive myself for hanging on to any old story that no longer serves me. It's time to transmute the pain of all the old stories and let go. And know that I am at choice in this moment. I choose to breathe. I choose life. I choose love. And I am gratitude expressed in this moment, in this time. I express great gratitude for this teaching and the stories that I tell myself and the experiences that I go through. Knowing that each moment is good. I let go of that judgment and know that God is good. So life is good. I am good. I release these words to the law of mind, that divine place where I've released these words and I surrender. I surrender to the knowingness of this one presence and know that right action is already happening with us. And with that, I ask you to come back into your body, into this room, into this space, wherever you are, and be aware of what's going on around you. And join me in, and so it is. Thank you, everyone. Love doing this for you. Hope to see you again next Thursday at 3:30. And definitely check out Cassandra's courses. Okay, have a great day. Bye.